6.5 hours later.
Oh, nobody here, yeah? Empty, yeah? Nobody. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm here at Guava Smoked, right out in Kapahulu. They just opened this location right before COVID hit us, and I'm pretty familiar with this place because they had another location, their first location out in an industrial area out in Kalihi. And this is a pretty cool story because they started off small in the farmers markets all around the island, and then that was, I think, around 2011, and then they slowly just started expanding, and they opened their first restaurant in Kalihi, and then now here in Kapahulu. I really like it that they opened one down here because Kapahulu is right outside of Waikiki. Kapahulu is where I grew up, it's where I'm born and raised, and it's my backyard, so it's pretty cool to have Guava Smoked here now because a lot of the restaurants on Kapahulu, they've been here for decades. And I mean, they're good. There's Rainbows Drive-In, there's Zippy's, there's Leonard's Bakery. But it's nice to have something different, something new and something fresh right here in the neighborhood. So I think it's a great addition. I shot a few videos and commercials for this restaurant in years past. And so I'm pretty familiar with their menu and their food items. So I know what I'm getting myself into, and let's just dive right in. Yeah, so they smoke their meats in their large oven in the kitchen at their Kalihi location. So this is all smoked with kiawe wood. This is the smoked chicken. The kalbi is the best right here. Kalbi, probably gotta use my hands with this one. And there's smoked pork. Their smoked pork is probably the most popular one. And then smoked duck. So pretty much every meat and animal you can think of is right here on my plate. And then I really like their nalo greens with, it's called a vinaigrette, creamy vinaigrette. It's homemade. So I'm gonna add that on right now. I really love this. This is like probably the only times I eat vegetables is when I come here. Oh, look at that. And then their mac salad with a little paprika sprinkled on. Check that out. You see that? Sorry, it's a little bit messy. I have my batteries charging here. I just thought I'd do some set decoration for you guys. Maybe just check my focus here. Sorry, manual lenses. Okay. And then I just wanted a little bit of rice here. So let's try this out. I'm gonna try the chicken first. And it's kind of, there's no surprise here for me. This is not my first time trying it, so I already know it's gonna be good. And somebody mentioned to me the last video that I need to show more expression when I eat the food because they can't tell whether or not it's good or it's bad. So here it goes. Yeah, that's good. So, nalo greens with the creamy vinaigrette. Man, this is the secret sauce. This is the best part right here. And again, it's all within the sauce. I rarely eat vegetables. Let's try the kalbi. The good thing about kalbi, you don't even need to smoke it or flavor it because there's so much flavor within it already. But let's. Oh yeah, there's a smoky flavor. Adds a nice touch to it. Something different. Oh. Was that facial expression good enough for you? Oh, sorry if the table shakes. Try not to do that. Yeah, so this is a new, like this whole building, it's 2 floors. It's been renovated. It's brand new. The state and city just shut down open bars, so there's supposed to be an open bar and music in the corner there for local musicians to play. So It's kind of dead now just because of the pandemic, but I hear a lot of the phone calls in the background, people ordering food online and through the food. So they're pretty busy actually. It's just empty because of the social distancing and the pandemic. But I think when everything somewhat goes back to normal, I think this place is gonna be crowded with the music, open bar, live music and open bar. And the furniture in here, it just matches, it just has a cool vibe and it's very different. Right here is the duck, I believe. Dip that in with the creamy vinaigrette. Nice. Are you guys fans of duck? I love duck. Some people don't like it. They think it's too gamey for them. Right here, a little spicy pork. Yeah. Nice smoky flavor. The smoky flavor is kind of like, it has a smoky flavor, but like a little hint of sweetness. I think that's what the kiave wood kind of provides. It has like a kind of light sweet aftertaste. It's good though. So this week I shot strictly in high contrast black and white mode and did Ricoh GR III Street Edition, and I apologize, I didn't get much POV video for you guys. I think I only recorded POV video on one of the days, and then the rest of the days I just tried to focus on getting images and just getting better with using the camera. And I'm getting more comfortable using the camera on the street, but I'm still missing a lot of shots. And for me, I was hesitant to put this video together because I really wasn't getting anything. I got 2 shots that I'm pretty happy with, but the rest are kind of eh. You know, that's why it takes me a while to produce a show. Because for me, if I need to show you guys at least some decent images, you know, and you know the editing part and doing the improv and doing the food part, it's easy, and editing it all together is pretty easy. I can do it real quick, but it's just I need to get enough decent images to show you guys. It's kind of my process. I don't want to show you too many ugly photos, you know. And just to give you an update, because I never mentioned this before, these street photography vlogs, I'm just showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly of all my images, just to give you an idea of what I'm getting and kind of the process. Probably like more than half of the images that I show you in any of my videos I would ever post on Instagram, let alone my website, or submit to festivals or competitions. So yeah, the high contrast black and white mode, I really like it. I think that's one of the strong features of the GR3s. You know, the black and white is just it's good. I don't know how else to explain it. It reminds the high contrast though, high contrast mode. It reminds me a lot like Japanese photographer Daido Moriyama, and I mean he's a legend in this genre, right? And his work is very inspiring. When I first got into street photography after discovering Vivian Maier, I started researching street photography and black and white street photography, and Daido was one of the first people that I really studied. I really love his work, just the gritty nature of his surroundings in Tokyo. But using the black and white, I'm not much of a black and white shooter to begin with. I've always practiced or shot street in color. So this was a great exercise to just change it up for me, because you know, I get pretty bored easily shooting street. I have photographers block probably more often than most people, The one thing I really like about the high contrast black and white images is there's really big contrast in black and white. There's really not much mid-tones, if anything. You know, and if you practice enough and you be able to visualize and see it out on the streets in this mode, you can really create some nice images, especially if you're a fan of like silhouettes and things like that, or just like blacking out people's faces. You know, if you're doing like not a street portrait, but if your main not a street portrait, but if your main subject is within the foreground and you like to black out their face, this is a great option for that. But yeah, I showed you, there was some, I had kind of had a dilemma with this when I was uploading, post-processing it, because, oh, well, first of all, the black and white images are straight JPEGs, the one I just showed you earlier. So I didn't do any editing to those. It's just straight from the camera, and it's more than good enough, in my opinion. And then I wanted to show you the color version. Those are raw edited into color, or raw edited color versions. And I want to show you both because there are some images where I liked the images in black and white, and there's other images where I liked it in color, and there was some where I could go with both. But I wanted to just show you both, to just show you the differences, and I want to get your thoughts on which one did you prefer mostly. You know, did you like the black and white more, or did you enjoy the images in color? I gotta finish this. Oh, look at this bone right here. It's like oh, a dog would love this. Good. Nice and oily. I love the oil. Adds flavor, yeah. It's just natural oil from the meat. You know, some people complain that cow beef's too oily, then don't eat it. The oil from the meat is the flavor from the bone. So yeah, I had a lot of fun shooting in the high contrast black and white mode in the Ricoh GR III Street Edition camera. But next week I'm gonna shoot with something even better. I'm gonna shoot with flash street photography with the Ricoh GR III Street Edition camera. Gotta get your hands dirty, you know what I mean? That's done, that's done. Oh, the duck, look at the duck. Apparently this is very popular delicacy on the neighbor islands, specifically Kauai. And then that's why the owner brought it over here. I didn't even know that. That people smoke meat. It's kind of like smoking turkey. So yeah. If you guys are watching, you guys are from the mainland or somewhere outside of Hawaii, once everything opens back up and you guys visit Honolulu, stop by over here. Sorry, camera shake. Smoked chicken right there. Look at that. Oh, flavorful, you know. No need to dip the sauce, but I like the sauce, creamy vinaigrette. Yeah, I was trying to think right now, which meat is my favorite one? Which smoked meat? Is it chicken, pork, or the cow beef or duck? I don't know. I like all of these, whether they're smoked or not. These are like my favorite meats. There's just no hamburger or beef on here, but they do have a local moco hamburger, smoked hamburger with their homemade gravy, but I didn't get that. I think for me, my favorite, if I had to pick one, I don't know, I kind of like the chicken, just simple. So yes, I'm still getting used to, I'm getting better using this camera. One of the techniques that I've been doing when I'm out shooting with this is I just pretend like I'm shooting video. But what I've noticed, and it's not really crowded right now, we're on our second shutdown. It's not as bad as the first lockdown. We're on our second lockdown here in Honolulu. So there's literally like nobody out. I think you guys can see it through my POV videos. There's like nobody out on the streets walking, and like there's no tourists. All the shops, a lot of shops are closed, and it's pretty crazy. It's just like a ghost town, which is very unusual to see, especially like out in Waikiki, Kapahulu. This area used to be like would be so packed with locals and tourists, and now it's just dead, man. But yeah, so when I'm out shooting with this, I pretend like I'm shooting video. I just hold it like this, like I'm recording my walk, and then, but the thing is, because it's so empty, the streets, so if I see somebody 20 feet from me, I get into position and I start walking like this, acting like I'm shooting video. But because there's nobody else out, and it's just like me and that other person walking towards each other, I stand out pretty obviously, and you know, they can see me from a mile away. So once I'm near them, they would try to avoid me. You know, they don't want to be in the shot or something. And there's oftentimes I try to like kind of cut them off, but it's just like this awkward moment where I'm like sidestepping them, or they're sidestepping me. But it's usually easier to do this technique when it's crowded, right? Because there's so much going on and you don't stand out like a sore thumb. But that's what I've been noticing. Just if I do this technique, people see me, people avoid, and I don't even get them in the shot. If I wait and just bring up the camera, my framing is off, or they're not in the shot. So it's very something that I gotta get more used to. I gotta figure out a different technique. But if you guys have any suggestions, how you guys have been shooting during this pandemic with just empty streets and really nobody else walking on the streets, sidewalks, let me know. All right, guys, that's all I have to say about black and white high contrast picture profile with the GR III Street Edition camera. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, and you know that bell right next to the subscribe button? Hit that, and every time I upload new video or content, you guys will get notified. I'm trying to upload a weekly video for you guys. And yeah, send me your comments on what your thoughts are on either the black and white images or the color raw edited images that I just showed you. And yeah, keep shooting until next time.